Welcome back to the show. I'm your host Rashid Al Omari. I'm so thrilled and excited to broadcast live from Dubai at GITEX 2023. We are having a special guest from our beloved Egypt, Mr. Sha'rawi Mohammed, who is the CTO of Fab Masr. So, Mr. Sha'rawi, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Rashid. It's a pleasure to be here with you today, and thank you for having me today.
So, Mr. Sha'rawi, Egypt, a big nation with a big ambition, and the banking landscape is really, like huge as well to reflect the speciality of the market. So, can you tell us about, like Fab Masr, tell us about Sha'rawi, tell us about the landscape of banking in Egypt?
Yeah, thank you. In Egypt, as you know, we are one of the biggest countries in the region. We have around 100 million population of people. We have a lot of youth in our population. For years, we have been working on the traditional banking and traditional economy until the recent few years that a lot of initiatives has been driven by the government and the Central Bank of Egypt, and also for the organizations coming like Fab, where I'm working right now, coming a big name coming from the group to invest in Egypt. So a lot of initiatives is happening on the country, and also we have seen a lot of industries as well has been improving and trying to provide new services to the economy and to the country as well. Like for example, when we say about teleco, about all the other all industries, and we have seen a lot of laws and regulations are more coming to the light to encourage the economy to grow and to go big. For me personally, I've been working in Fab for more than 22 years. I started in the IT world doing the early jobs like the PC support and so on, the programming and so on, and then I took the responsibility as a chief technology officer for the bank during the merger between first Abu Dhabi Bank and Bank Audi Lebanon in Egypt. It was an acquisition from Fab, and I was responsible with my wonderful team and peers to complete this job. And we have just completed this last year on October 22.
So, thank you for this enlightenment. Just you mentioned a couple of things that actually, for me, it triggers a lot of questions. Okay, so definitely the Egyptian market, they have a special needs when it comes to. It's different than the Gulf, let's say, like banking. Yes, there is commonalities, but definitely the type of services, the type of customer, the engagement that you are having is maybe something different. So, as a CTO, as you can see for the audience, because we have people from around the globe, from China, Japan, Australia, all to the Middle East, as well to Africa, different nations, and also in Europe. Can you just give them a glimpse of what is really your customer base? How is really the landscape of banking in Egypt?
Yeah, so far, we can say that majority of the people are totally unbanked. Access to the financial services is improving, but it's still we are behind the standards. Therefore, there's a lot of initiatives for the financial inclusion to onboard these people, and part of it is being played by the banking industry. So banks trying to acquire and introduce new customers to the banking industry, but also teleco and other fintechs and other startups are doing a very good job in adopting and bringing
also I hear like the boss also doing something similar as well.
Everyone is competing, and it's this is I will get back to Bill Gates when he said maybe 10 years ago and said in the future banking is a must, but banks is not. So banking is now like a playground for everyone, because there is a need. Whenever there is need in the people need access to fund, people need access to payment, people need life to be much simpler and improved. And with the COVID, when the COVID has hit everyone, we as a bank, we moved quickly. We availed a lot of service, digital, and so on for our employees and our customers as well. So speaking back to the economy and Egypt, we have the new generation who is tech savvy, and they don't even use the computer now. They are using the mobile for everything. So I was discussing with one of our vendors today a new version of our mobile banking, and now we are talking about decision. Do we need a web version of this or not? So it should be mobile only.
Okay.
So we have this generation, and we have the generation where I represent, who is in the middle, who can use the technology but also need to deal with humans as well. And we have the older generation who still need to go to the branch. And we still have the people who still does not trust a computer or machine when it comes. And even we have a joke in Egypt, and when it comes to, you can deal in English with anything, but when it comes to money, you switch to Arabic. So
this is where I need to be.
This is my money, and I need to see it, and I need to have someone to speak to. So it's a very challenging time for the banks and leaders working in the banking. And in my opinion, there's nothing unique about Egypt. It's similar to any other countries. You have to see what you have, who's your customer, put them in segments, and make sure that you deliver service to all of them. You don't go 100% for digital transformation while you leave some of your customers. It depends on your organization and how you see the value and your proposition as a bank in the market.
Wow. So Sharawi, you mentioned one thing, which is really, you mentioned an acquisition.
Yes.
So Fab Masr acquired Bank Audi Masr also.
Bank Audi, Lebanon, and Egypt. Yes.
Okay. So now, typically with such acquisitions, it depends on the size, and that complexity, because you already have an operation as a CTO. You already establish your business model, your technology, your operations, line up with the business, and all of a sudden you have to do that acquisition. So for our listeners and the viewers, can you just share with us the experience that you went through it? Because it's you and your team who went through this. Can you share what you can share with us?
This is a very interesting story, and I can write a book as an answer for this one. I will tell you.
This is the experience.
Yeah, I was very lucky actually, because I have been working in a bank for many years. Okay, and it happened that the acquisition happened. And during this time, there was an assessment done by the bank who can lead the bank in the next phase, with the respect for all my colleagues and all my partners at this time. And I would say that the committee responsible for this was very brave to give me the opportunity for this, because this is it was my first opportunity to be a head of IT and a chief technology officer. And it was during the integration itself.
Wow.
So can you imagine the decision maker who is taking this decision, that he saw something and he believed in you. So from day one, this was a big responsibility on my shoulders. And I have to admit this. I had some good nightmares at the first 2 to 3 months. Definitely, I worked in many areas in IT, but it's huge. It's something huge. You're talking about approximately 300 people working at tech companies, and people from post-organization, IT team, leadership. It changes a lot. But the key takeaway from this integration, this is what I'm saying, and there's some principles you as a leader you have to think of whenever you are ahead of any challenge. Okay. You have to believe in people. You have to lead by example, and you have to choose your leadership style during this time. So in the first few months, I was like the servant leader. I have good people who can do their job nice, so I was supporting them what need to be done. Okay. But when it comes to decisions and the challenges and taking tough decisions, I was leading on this, taking the accountability. So this was a very, very interesting journey for me, and I'm very lucky to be part of the team who did this. And we did a very good integration, and the impact customer was very minimal. And this was very important for us as Fab Masr, because we wanted to say that we are representing a big group, which is Fab. When we do things, we do it in a different way. We put our customer on our front, and we design everything based on this. And this is what our customer have seen as well once we went live. Yeah.
Wow. And I think, I can see that this is where we get polished more and more when we get actually into making tough decisions. And this is all what experience is all about, is making decision at the right time. And sometimes you have to make a decision, even though if it's wrong, it's better than not making a decision.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, because you have to move.
You will regret the decisions you didn't make.
Exactly.
The decisions you make, because it's like a running river. Once you take the decision, you will deal with what's come next. But not taking a decision at the right time, this will cost you a lot. Yeah.
Okay. So then, as a CTO within the capacity, which is Now the acquisition completed, integration done, or still in the process?
we are done. Yeah,
So now the ship is sailing, everything is really smooth and okay, brilliant. So now will bring me to the second subject. You are here in GITEX, and you are witnessing a lot of let's say buzzwords, technology, innovation, and here always like a CTO as well as from a banking, from business owners, from the decision makers. When it comes for making this kind of reflection and use of all these technologies, people sometimes no, there's a technology, I have to embrace it. Versus what me as an organization, what's my objectives and how I want to get there. So what's the philosophy that you have with Fab Nasser around really getting the best out of whatever available outside?
This is a very good question, and it's very important to be asked for this. I need to have like an analogy. Imagine that you have a kid and you give him a lot of money.
Okay.
And his father doesn't know what he's going to buy. So he go and get a PlayStation, get another play toy and so on. But they are all doing the same. He will waste the money, and at the end, he will get minimal value from this.
Okay.
Our role as people who are leading the technology is to stay focused with what our organization is actually needing, and not wasting our investment in something that will not bring us value because it's the hype or it's the trend. So with my respect to a lot of technologies, some of the technologies might be good in certain industries, might be good in another bank, but for in my opinion, no, I have to be very focused.
Okay.
I have because what's happening now in the world and this hype of the AI, and before this the blockchain and the big data and so on, and the vendors will come to you and they sell this technology to you because they have the passion and they see the value out of this technology. But how you are going to utilize this to achieve your organization target, this is the key question that each CTO or CIO has to answer. So what we believe then in FabMas, and this is what we did, you start first with the business strategy, try to understand what the business is trying to achieve, what are their problem statements, what are the expectations from our customer. And in my opinion, okay, and I'm always saying this, we have a lot to do in the banking industry. We need to raise the bar. I always say to my team, okay, we are not here to operate the bank or keep the lights on or to follow other banks. We're here to raise the bar for the banking industry, and I mean it. And if you don't dream big, you will not do anything.
Yes.
So what I'm saying for the technology, what I need to do, look at the cloud now. You are using Google and using Microsoft in your daily business. Have you seen anyone from IT? Did you call anyone on the service desk? Did you send them any support? No. Okay, and this is what I'm trying to adopt in our bank as well, like building our banking platform where our services can be utilized by my employees, which is on the business front, and in addition to our third parties like fintech companies, tech companies. We need to
the
be
wider network.
Yes, because the front end is not for the banks anymore, and this is the truth everyone has to adopt now. Front end, there's good players like Apple, Facebook, fintechs, and so on. So I need to be the responsive bank, the fintech friendly, but what I call a fintech friendly bank. And I need to be secure, reliable, and the time to market when you come to work with me, this would be fast. In order to have this, you need to have like a platform where I call it the Lego approach, like you compose the solution quickly and make it go to life.
So Sharawi, I think just if I will summarize our listeners and the viewers, your approach and the Fab Nasser approach when it comes to embracing this, mainly focusing on the outcomes, what is really your organization is aiming for. And definitely sometimes the technology will open new doors for you, which is you need to take it into consideration. But again, it's back to the board, back to the executive for a line of business, really to define what they want to achieve, what's their aspiration, what is maybe challenges that they have to overcome, and then look at the technologies how to get it. Definitely, all the technologies they have a good, let's say, value, which is not deniable, but it's actually how to get it in context and how to measure that value and align it to your organization. Now, this is brilliant, and I think this is really, like very, very strategic and innovative way of looking at it, which is we hats down for Fab Nasser and for you and your team, and also the management who is actually supporting this, because always all the executive, when they fly, they start buzzing word and they come to you, Sharawi, what about this? What about that? Huh?
Yeah.
So we've been into these situations before and I couldn't understand it. Now I want to throw a challenge to you, because this is something maybe we have it in 2 or 3 countries, but in Egypt it's really magnified, which is the currency devaluation that's happening.
Yeah.
So you as a CTO, and you need to innovate, you need to operate, you need to also become like a partner with the business, innovating. But at the same time, you have this challenge. So really, this is a tricky balance. How you manage to do it?
Yeah, it's tough time. It's a very tough time on the country level and on our organization level, but it will pass. Good and bad times are there for temporary basis and they will pass. But you have to be prepared for this. So when it's the good time for you, you have to be prepared for the worst, so you are not shocked. And when it's the worst time, you have to be patient and you have to work and find ways to get out of this. For us, because we adopted a good strategy, which is a platform, so I can build all my solution on top of these platforms. I have this one, but also I'm trying to see the positive things in all the situations. So in a situation like this, you will have an issue paying to a vendor, for example, like a big tech company in USD, because you have a lack of the currency. So this is, for me, it's an opportunity to innovate and to become depend on the team to come with innovative ideas and trying to be creative when it comes to solution and try to do stuff like this. Also, it's a good opportunity to look inside the country for local companies who are doing good and then depend on them to do stuff like this. So it's a good time for you to think about and take like a close look. Sometimes you have a solution under your feet, but because the lights are grabbing your attention, so you don't see the opportunity under. And we have in Egypt, we have a very good skill set. We have brilliant mind there, similar to any other countries. But maybe this is a chance. But look for the COVID, what happened, and definitely all the organization has been moved. And what is going on in Egypt right now, it's a good lesson for us. We will go through it and we will know how to be more sustainable in the future as well.
So Sharawi, we have actually questions, and everybody's passing their regards to you from Singapore, from let's say from Greece, from different parts of the world.
Pleasure,
and Turkey, Egypt for sure, like Italy, and from Italy, from Chad, from different parts of the world, from India. So one thing which is, really, I have a question to you coming from abroad. As a CTO, definitely there was a challenge.
Yes.
So it's not like everything is sweet and rosy. Definitely there was. What is the key challenge that you faced in the last year or so?
The key challenge is changing the culture.
Okay.
Because I'm a good reader and I read a lot about many topics. So I was reading a book about how we as human, we have evolved and how we improve the good things. Okay. So I through my career, I tried to follow different type of management and leadership styles. And then I recognized that the best approach is that to make people believe in your vision, make them see the hope, make them believe in what you are doing. And in this journey, you have to make the people see the value and the goals you are trying to reach. So everyone when he wake up in the morning and come to the office, he know that he is part of something big and we are achieving, and he know where we are going. So the challenge always, it's on the culture, because some people will not think of you like this. Why I'm doing this? Why I'm paying extra effort for this while someone else is not doing? I'm not getting enough salary to do this. There is another competitor who is paying you more. I'm not selling you this. I'm similar to any other organization. We have a pay scale and so on, but I'm selling you a dream. I'm telling you, we are here to raise the banking industry. We are here to implement a lot of solutions. And as we speak, I have around 40 projects running at the same time, and my team is doing great, running all of this together. And this is the same team who did the integration, because they believed. When they believe in something, when they can see the value of this, they can do. So the challenge will be always on the culture. But what I mean by the culture is not only your team, but your ecosystem as well. Because the saying that culture could eat the strategy for breakfast.
Yes, of course.
So this is the biggest challenge, the culture. The second one is the skill set. Again, it's about people, because with the economic situation now in Egypt, a lot of people are traveling and leaving the country to other countries as well. So this put us in a situation that in a very short time you're losing good people from Egypt. So we also work on this, getting fresh graduates, trying to give them good training and try to build a new generation. Yeah.
Okay. So if I would say we're together, we're gonna leap to the future.
Yes.
Sha'rawi, where do you see, Fab Nasser heading to?
Fab Nasser will fly so high, and I can guarantee that if we keep working like this and keep improving ourselves, I see us as locally as the first and biggest private bank in Egypt, and also our services will be much perfect and much better than our peers, with my respect, because we work very closely as a team and we do our best to bring the best to our customers as well, and we depend on the technology that add value to our customer, and we put our customer in our front in everything we are doing. Yeah. Even in technical support, we're giving priority to our customers' issue. If he's in a branch or he's in the call center and so on, we are doing a lot and we are using the AI, for example, to figure the customer attrition. If my customer is going to be annoyed about a service, I can predict this and I can address it before he even complains. Yeah.
So the future is bright.
Yeah,
and I think you have the team.
Yeah.
So I want to use this platform to address something for. I can see the energy and the passion that you have it as a leader within your team as well within the bank. So I want you really to address something to your staff, to your colleagues within Fab Nasser. That's number one, and also to your customers.
Yes.
So the platform is yours.
Thank you so much. Yeah, to my colleague, I want to thank you so much. Because of you, we did a lot, and because of you, I'm here with Rashid on GITEX, and we have this exciting discussion and something I'm very proud of. My message to you: never give up the hope. You are doing great. You and your peers and all the Egyptians and the people we have, all the skill set we have, we can pass through many tough times, and we can do a lot, inshallah. And for our customer, please stay tuned. We have a lot. We are cooking a lot for you, and inshallah, very soon you will see a lot of services. And I'm sure that you have seen a lot of improvement we did in our bank, and promise you that the next few months as well will be a very interesting time for you as a customer. We put you on our heart as a technology team and as business team. Everyone is working day and night to provide the best of our efforts and best of services to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, Mr. Sha'rawi, really thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much.
It's really enlightening us, and we can feel the energy and passion with your teams. And you cannot do it alone. You need to have surrounded with the same people, with the same mission. So, jealous, like the team, I'm jealous from your team having you as a leader. So thank you for being with us, and we wish all this prosperity for Egypt, as well for Fab Nasser and all your colleagues and the friends. With that, thank you for being with us. Really, it was enlightening us just to, a CTO to share his experience, his thoughts, his really pains and gains. As well, he clearly articulated leadership is definitely something that ignites people, and you need to be surrounded with the people that having the same mission to be able to deliver, as well to have eventually satisfaction for the employees, but also for the business as well for the customers. So really, from my heart and from the production team, we thank Sha'rawi for being with us today. And now we'll take just a small break in 2 minutes. Stay tuned. We'll keep the camera on, and we'll get the next guest to talk about a topic that actually it's a new capability that we would like to bring to the region. Some is already there, but also we want to bring that capability to the region. Stay tuned. We'll reveal it with our new guest. And again, thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Actually, pleasure meeting you.